The Girls Agenda is an established youth organization founded by young women and run by young women for the young people.
The mission of the Girls Agenda in terms of communicating to the communities that we are targeting, it's trying to ensure that we have a country in which the right of every girl is protected, respected and promoted.
So what we do, like, we try to empower these girls, we try to share information with them. We also go beyond the level of the girl child. We go to the communities, for instance, sit with people, parents, guardians, and talk to them about these issues.
Basically, our strength in advocacy is using ourselves as survivors or victims of sexual abuse, teenage pregnancy, and the harmful traditional practices such as female genital mutilation to act as role models in sensitizing on the negative effects this has on the consequences of young people.
We're not just talking, but we're talking because these issues are affecting people, and we are examples of those that are affected.
So the Girls Agenda is aiming to achieve equality between boys and girls, men and women, for girls to be seen as equal partners to boys, for women also to be seen as equal partners to men. We want a society where everybody's right is respected, where people are seen as equals and not as unequals.
Girls Agenda has been working tirelessly to empower young women, and notably, as the name implies, the girls. And this has been in various facets that we recognize. Among them, we have the forums, we have the camps, and today we also find ourselves in this Madrassah training.
We are here to discuss with the girls, the Madrassah students, boys and girls, on one thematic area that the Girls Agenda is working on, which is female genital mutilation, which is early marriage, which is sexual and reproductive health rights and the like. So this is very important for the health and well-being of the child, because if they don't have the information, they don't know. And if they don't know, anything can happen to them because they become victimized.
Informations are very important. When one is empowered, you can definitely take your own stand to say, I am not going to, this is what I want to do, this is what I am going to do. So that is why sensitization and empowering young people, it is very essential. And we are not only stopping at schools, we are now going into madrassas, we are now going into larger communities, we are sensitizing mothers and sisters so that they will all have this in mind.
The madrasa is a very important component of the society. You cannot aspire to effect change when you have to leave a portion of the society behind.
So involving the madrasas is very inclusive, and it will encourage the participation of those students that are also missing on board.
We involve them, one, because they're marginalized and it's important for them to be aware of the issue. The other thing, if they're aware of the issue, they change their behavior and perception towards the issue. They could also be used to convince other people to change their behavior because they have the knowledge in terms of the Quran, which is the Islamic knowledge. At the same time, if they have the knowledge, the scientific proof, they will be able to help in also educating other people.
Most of the time, people try to associate these cultural practices to Islam. So most of these madrasa students are taught with that school of thought that FGM, child marriage, and other issues are supported by Islam. So in trying to demystify that misconception, we have to bring them on board because they are very, very critical in changing this particular issue or in eradicating FGM and child marriage in the Gambia.
The Madrassah is an integral part of the society, and as such, they should be involved in every development aspect of this country.
Kontanta bake kanto Arabic school bukanaja, English school le kanaja. Sambiri Arabic school fana nata jante kontanta bake ngamin soto jadi abatanya na kontan balas.
If I am here supporting early marriage to say people should not get married early, I should ask myself, when did I start believing it? Or when did my parents start believing in that? It must be some years or some decades ago. We were part of the other team before joining the other boat. Why did I change? Why did you change? Why did he change? Because we get access to information, opportunity to learn what we did, to know what we did not know before. So it's our responsibility to see those who do not believe in what we believe in, to provide them information, accurate information, consistent information, so that they can also know and understand knowledge that they are not exposed to before. Because with that, we'll be able to put in place a sustainable change, and that is what is lead to social transformation.
Of course, yes, gender-based violence should be eradicated totally, because if we look at even from the religious point of view, Islam is not telling anybody to violate the rights of other people. Islam is one of the religions, it preaches peace. Islam is all about peace. So no peace-loving person will tell you to create violence.
Msimalon dina follow to me along ko atandi ko musoe hako sotole. Atandi ko dindingo hako sotole. Oto atolla wulo kam musola hako nyini orante ka dindingo hako nyini ko min kal hakil kal sembentu yandi dron ka atandi ko islamu e min fo to siata. Oto yara fang nyof hamo na kita foto doron beka dahale.
In Islam has protected ladies. Okay? Allah said in the Quran, "Ar-rijalun qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa." Verily or solely, male are the protectors of female. Okay? So looking at this, to understand it better, we have to look at the Prophet's tradition. Prophet said to the Sahabas, "I am best among you because I am kind to my wives." Okay? So Islam has not used any violence against women.
Islam will not ask us to do something as obligatory that would create problems to our health. Because Islam is telling us that we should stay far away, we should stay distant from things that will affect us, especially our health.
When you are not educated, you do not know how to care for yourself. That's one thing. And when it comes to reproduction, you need to know the type, the number of children that you want. At what time do I have to have my own child? When anything is removed from you, you need to know if this is not there, this is what it has done to me. For instance, when it comes to FGM, the clitoris is not there. Your sexuality has come down. The other thing is when it comes to childbirth, you tend to have complications even before childbirth. When it comes to sex, one of the problems we are facing with, there are pinhole vaginas, they are very difficult to penetrate when it comes to sex. The other things is when it comes to childbirth, we have to open up this woman. We either give bilateral episiotomies or episiotomies to this woman so that this head of 32 to 34 centimeters can come out, which is a very serious complication in childbirth. The other thing is regaining back your health there is another problem, because before these things heal, it takes time. And for that woman, you are a young woman, you are staying with your husband, possibly you are the only partner the individual is having. How do you go about that? That's another problem. The other thing is you do not have the urge to have a sex. When that clitoris is totally removed, my brother, it is a problem. For you to have an urge for sex is another question mark. These are some of the complications women have come to realize. And they are coming out, they are complaining, they want to be cared of. When these girls are sealed, these ceilings are completely closing the vaginal openings. And they have menstrual problems. What do they do about it? They don't know. When they get married, when they are going to their husband, they have to go take them to the local circumcises, open them up with raw, and then they get married that very night. That is a very painful process. It is a painful process. Now, these are all violations of women because their consents, as I said, are not seen. People need to, we are human beings. Women are human beings. We need not to be tortured in that way. It is serious. We do not like it.
Because number one, ni fudu da ele karao katinya, and karao is a basic human right. It's a fundamental human rights. Hada madi ngola nyanto lom pula karang. Hani dino fangle wo fole. Karao mu hada madi ngola nyanto te. Baring afele fudu juno e wo nyanto tinye bulu. It has violated your right. Ayele nyanto tinya. So what I know, child marriage is a violation of human rights. Ana tara killing tinya je bare tinya. And abuka killing tinya parce que na ele karao tinya, ele do kusotoka kolyala.
Sungu dino ka asorindi futu wakanjuna amang koy din no mi yalon ko fasol mamme ni ya futu ndi futu wakanjuna na tata futu wala den I will let asina batandi no je katon asu fol mamme mbake
eka karango silo etande dinke damana eka doku etande dimuso damana komiko wayami na komiko dimuso manyanka kara andu ngaje komi dimuso ni dinke be nyanta karan
parce que dinugol bondi duna karamoto ya futundi o futudu lato abuka nidi ya stoye parce que ya bay fos futundi le so nani o kelo kol mantano amerika tunni toro kon wonni toro france problème mo dialal e ko mo jamaja ka heart complaint soto o sifal ka heart complaint di amari
nda fana bama en samba ku yonto bari nda ma akal mutat ngo ban nyadan ti akal mutat ngante ti dal ngawla ne karambaliya ma sibol ni mo liya fe ko kari man kan ka modi min bar ma sibul kan dunya mi zede kan de nyillo mota sonne dundi kan kan du sini za mo toro beteli ululal mun fanya kay man kara e mala mun bakeri ulati ne telefone mo dundi kan do ina mo bitilo de mo la samda kan ta fana biye mu fana mira ngoni ta fana fudu dan te din sor ngal onen ta dunna ko yan ngal male be so bamburon ale be so jada kirani sima be so keke no musam mbeni ululal nafa.
Our problem on all these issues like early marriage, child marriage, child exploitation, FGM, our problem here is the tradition. I always emphasize that it is the tradition that is giving us the problem because people are not ready to adapt to the changes.
These are issues regarding culture, and we all know culture is bound to change. So actually, looking at the BCC method of the girls' agenda, I think it will go a long way in changing that issue. It's going to be a step-by-step process. It's not going to be an overnight issue. But we have to know that the Gambia as a country has signed and ratified conventions against the elimination of all harmful traditional practices against women and girls. So being a country or part of the countries in that convention, it is mandatory upon all Gambians to take it upon themselves that these issues are eradicated in our society. Actually, it was hard because these are people with that conception that harmful traditional practices, sexuality and sexual education are issues that should not be discussed openly. But at the end of each school training, we have that feedback from the students that it's something that really needs to be done, and they are ready to work with the girls' agenda to make sure that issues of such are discussed openly, and they will take it upon themselves to sensitize other people in their society and at home.
When you talk of girls and women, we are talking about more than 50% of our population. If more than 50% of our population in any society are not productive, that society cannot be a productive society.
Jande nga londo jama karan janne parce que nga nyakato ta karanne nga wuluo ke nyakar wuluo to batay kamin so je nga karan dunnen kawote kabatami soto je nga karang murunta fana ike sungutin ngol nyapin kan nyamen anin dindi meron ngabe karanja ngo be londo soto jan
ngamin karanja ntol ma wo karanna karamoto bari sa ko do je mo melon junan ke mele bari melo sa nga wol dolon le nimmi man bete yaje mbo wol tula jeli nin dafa nan tata min bete yata nyakoto ngo fo mo yolye.
It is these children, because these people are the focal point. They are the future generation. Now, they are the ones who will become fathers tomorrow. They will be the people, if they don't know, they will be the people who will send their children to mutilation. So obviously, if we are able to teach them, we are able to impact this knowledge on them. That is some of the problems associated with this child forced marriages, with FGM, then they will be able to change the society for a better.
Change is taking place. It's going to be a gradual process, but change is taking place. And now these young people, these students who have attended the training are now part of the change agents who are going to be part of the process in changing perceptions and attitudes, where we will have a Gambia free of FGM, free of child marriage, free from sexual violence. So there is hope, and with the younger generation, we hope to end all forms of violence against women and girls in the Gambia.
If the community is involved, if each and everyone is willing to report cases of gender-based violence and to address gender-based violence appropriately, and then for us to also engage the ideal and appropriate campaigning and advocacy strategies to involve the government, to involve the civil society organizations, I think we can do a lot.
So empowering, supporting our girls and young women is not just a wise idea, but it's a smart engagement in terms of ensuring there is productivity and there is growth and national development.
It's putting resources where it is most strategically effective. And with regards to issues of gender-based violence, issues of FGMC, we really need to focus resources on the younger generation so that we inculcate the right attitudes and it is sustained for a long time. Because we believe that once the cycle of violence is broken, it's broken forever.
It is a passion for us to engage, but we have our constraints, we have our challenge. We know it is not easy, but one beautiful thing about the Girls Agenda, we engage with or without money, but we cannot despite the fact that we need funding to engage. Because there are some communities, there are some regions in this country that we would love to reach to, but without funding, it will be very hard for us to reach in those places.
The passion is there, the energy is there because we're young people. We also have the experience in community initiatives like this. What we need is financial support from donors and guidance from the elders.
The Girls Agenda want to seize this opportunity to really thank UNFPA for sponsoring such a great initiative. It is well appreciated by TGA members as well as the community that we are working with. So this message is really telling them that the funding is appreciated and that we are looking for more partnership with them with regards to Madrassah students.
The Girls Agenda wants a Gambia free from FGM, free from child marriage, free from sexual violence. A Gambia where we will all live in peace and harmony, we will all live in freedom, dignity and equality.
Protecting women and girls means protecting our future. If we really want our future to be bright, we should stop FGM, child marriage and gender-based violence and discrimination against women and girls.
Let's come together to make an end to all harmful traditional practices affecting our young girls, be it child marriage, sexual violence, female genital mutilation, and sexual harassment. We believe when we come together, the power that we have can really make a change to this issue.
A single individual cannot do it. And we all have a role to play. We all have responsibilities to act. We either act now today, right now, or we are doomed.